Once upon a time, in a quiet village tucked between soft green hills, lived a young boy named Tim. Tim was very curious. He loved to run through the tall grass, climb the old trees, and chase colorful butterflies all day long. One sunny morning, Tim's grandfather called him over. "Come sit with me, Tim," he said, pointing to the grass under the big oak tree in their garden. Tim skipped over quickly, wondering what special secret his grandfather was about to share. "Tim," the old man began, "I want to tell you a story about something more precious than gold." Tim sat very still and listened. His grandfather started his tale of a kingdom from long ago. This kingdom was ruled by a very kind and fair king. Everyone in the land was happy because the king was so wise. One day, the king decided he needed a new advisor to help him lead. He announced a grand contest for everyone in the land. The king said, "Whoever brings me the most valuable thing in the entire world will become my closest advisor." People came from far away. They brought heavy bags of gold, bright diamonds, and rare treasures from across the sea. They all hoped to win the special job at the palace. Among the crowd was a humble farmer named Jacob. Jacob did not have any money or shiny jewels to show the king, but he believed he had something very special to share. On the day of the contest, the palace courtyard was full of people. The king sat on his golden throne, watching every person present their gift. He saw sparkling gems and strange, beautiful animals, but he did not look impressed. Finally, it was Jacob's turn. He walked up to the king holding a small, simple wooden box. The people around him began to whisper and laugh. They thought a poor farmer had nothing good to offer. "What do you have for me, Jacob?" the king asked with a curious smile. Jacob slowly opened his box. Inside, there was nothing but a small pile of white sand. "Your Majesty," Jacob said softly, "this is the most valuable thing in the world." The king laughed a little. "Explain yourself, Jacob. How can sand be better than gold?" Jacob let the sand slide through his fingers. "This sand is like time, Your Majesty. Time is the only thing we cannot buy or trade. Once a moment slips away, it is gone forever." The king stopped laughing and looked at the sand. He realized that Jacob was right. You can always earn more money, but you can never get back a single lost second. The king was so happy with Jacob's wisdom that he made him his new advisor right then and there. Jacob served the king for many years, always reminding him to use his time to help others. Back in the garden, Tim looked at his grandfather with wide eyes. "So you see, Tim," the grandfather said, "time is a gift. Use it to be kind, to learn, and to love every moment." Tim nodded his head. He promised himself he would never waste another day. As Tim grew up, he became known as a very wise man, just like Jacob in the story. Thank you for watching Fluent Harbor. What is the best way you spent your time today? If you had 1 extra hour every day, what would you do with it? Do you think time is more important than money? Tell us why in the comments.